Okay, good morning, everyone. Wednesday. Today is the day of our live stream. I am making this at 8:07 p.m. on Tuesday, by the way. So I am predicting to the future. First off, if you're new, I want to welcome you to the channel. We've been getting not a lot of new viewers, but if you do seem to scroll by and just find one of my videos, welcome. I mean, I don't expect to get a lot of viewers during the off season, and it's probably because of my horrible haircut. Because I just had to get one, didn't I? Don't worry, the hair will grow back. It's already starting to. It was like up to here, like here. Now it's down to there. Okay. Anyway, enough of my crappy haircut. Let's get into the potential destinations of defenseman Sami Vatanen. Probably pronounced that last name wrong. So Sami Vatanen, however you want to pronounce it. He played with the New Jersey Devils this season. He had 5 goals, 18 assists for 23 points. But he was traded to Carolina at the deadline, didn't play any regular season games, and he had 3 assists in 7 Carolina playoff games. Carolina made it to the first round. I think he played all of them, if I'm not mistaken. He might have been scratched for one of those. And the reason why he put up 23 points, and you might say like, oh, he's not really going to go anywhere. I think that he will definitely go somewhere. Sami Vatanen was playing for not the best Devils team. He is a defenseman. 23 points, not that bad. I'd say he's a good second pairing, middle pairing, bottom pairing defenseman, and I think that he can bring up the minutes on the penalty kill and all that stuff. So yeah, I think a lot of teams could potentially use him. So of course, like we did for Mike Hoffman, I have two destinations here. I have low cap destinations and middle cap destinations. I have 4 teams listed that could be a maybe, one that's a yes, one that's a no, and one that could be a dark horse. For both destinations, so just 4. And then I do for one team in middle cap, I have likely not, but that's basically no. So that's basically no. So and for middle cap also, by the way, I have none that say yes, because I really don't see him going to anywhere middle cap. The Devils, maybe? I mean, it seems like it could happen. I see maybe a return to New Jersey could be realistic, but I don't know. I have it in the maybe column. Ottawa, I could see that happening. Ottawa, add Vatanen to that stacked defense that Ottawa has gained this offseason. That is dangerous. You add Vatanen with Jake Sanderson, Eric Brandstrom, a lot of other guys heading into that Ottawa defense. That would be great. So I think that an Ottawa one could be likely. Los Angeles, no. A Los Angeles destination could be very unrealistic. There's really nowhere where he would fit in all honesty. Detroit, they're my dark horse. Detroit is my technical dark horse for where Sami Vatanen could go. I think that a defensive return for Vatanen to Detroit could be realistic. They could use someone like Vatanen, and especially since they got Stetcher, Stahl. That now they could get potentially Vatanen. Vatanen could be a good destination in Detroit. I don't know. Maybe the contract agreements can work out, and we could potentially see a dark horse potential return to Detroit for Sami Vatanen. I think it could happen. Really haven't heard anything, but it's possible. Middle cap destinations. Nashville is my dark horse. Probably would be a bottom pairing defenseman on there. Probably a bottom pairing defenseman for probably for Nashville, of course. Boston, here's the big one. Maybe. I think that it could be realistically possible that we could potentially be seeing a Boston Bruins Sami Vatanen signing. I think that with how much Boston has lost this season, and they only have $4 million in cap space, so then maybe they're gonna have to spend the rest of that on Vatanen if they want to get him. And but I think that with all they lost Torrey Krug, they lost Zdeno Chara. You put Sami Vatanen onto that Boston team, that doesn't solve all the defensive problems for Boston. I don't think anything will besides bring Krug and Chara back. That's big. It's not big necessarily, but it's going to help out the team significantly, and you're going to clearly tell as soon as he gets onto that Boston lineup. So I think that a Vatanen to Boston is the most likely out of all these teams listed. Ottawa's second, but I think that with Boston it seems more realistic, and if Boston goes out and offers him a contract, it can happen. Philadelphia, I put Philly in there because I could 25% of me could see it happening. 75% is like, Evan, wake up. No, that can't happen. The reason why it could happen is because, Gostisbehere may get traded away, may get traded next season to somewhere, wherever the heck it is, and, maybe they could bring in Vatanen then, and that can replace Gostisbehere. Or they could bring in Vatanen along with Gustafsson to replace the Niskanen hole. It can happen. So if they trade Gostisbehere, the more likely thing is if they trade Gostisbehere, they're going to need some solid defender. So, if they trade Gostisbehere off for some picks or some offensive guy, I think Vatanen, they would probably go out and sign Vatanen because Gostisbehere is a pretty high cap. So, Philadelphia has about $6 million in cap space around there. So, if they went out and traded Gostisbehere and then signed Vatanen, that would make a lot of sense, but I don't see it happening, in all honesty. I don't even think Gostisbehere will get traded. I've said it before, like, it likely can happen, it will happen. At this point, I don't think it will. It just doesn't seem realistic, it just doesn't seem like it's going to happen. Columbus is the final team I've listed here for potential places you can go. No. Likely not. I highly doubt it. He could fit in maybe a few places there, but not really as much as other teams. So a Columbus destination is unrealistic. And by the way, this goes for all free agents, so I don't really need to mention this. They're more than likely going to be having to sign 1-year contracts, 1 to 2 years, like a contract that who was I gonna say? A contract that Taylor Hall was offered, likely not $6 million, but around there. Probably like a 1 to 2, 2 to 3, $4 million at the most, depending on which team has the most cap contract. I don't see no $5 million contracts being offered unless if it's any of the middle cap one, any of the low cap ones. Maybe Ottawa would be the one that I would see happening, but I think that all those teams want to keep their high cap up. I'm gonna voice crack a lot, but I think that a lot of these teams want to keep their cap the same that it is. Some teams are gonna keep upgrading and stuff, but take that what you will. Let me know where you guys think Sami Vatanen will be going in the comments below. Thank you for watching. If you enjoy, the subscribe button is below. If you want to do that, why not? It's all good. So yeah, thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.